Hey Soup, welcome back. It's Claytano. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. So, yes, this is another episode of the top arena defenses and how they work. If you haven't seen my previous ones, definitely check those out in the playlist as well. But as far as today's concerned, basically, as always, what I do is just pull up the best or the most interesting type of arena defenses, tell you guys why they work, why they might choose that type of defense, and then tell you guys possibly how to counter it. And there's not always going to be, there's not always going to be an option that I have to counter every single defense, but I can tell you guys how to counter that defense. Okay, so let's just pull it up here. Let's see who we got on our list at the very bottom, just to kind of go up a little bit. So this defense right here, this is a double Beast Monk defense. Okay, this is going to be a lot of tanky damage. They have the HP leader and then the beta to revive and heal and do anything else. Okay, so this is a little bit interesting. I don't think it's gonna be too much of a problem for me as long as I get off a couple turns and I don't get messed up by RNG. Basically what I'm gonna do is let the beta go, and then I'm gonna remove the immunity. I'm gonna put Galleon, Zeros, Tosi, and just cleave it. Okay, so that's about all there is. It's really not much to it. As far as missing those two guys, my Galleon's been letting me down a lot lately, but that's okay. So I should still be okay. All right, I should still be okay. This defense is probably not going to get Lucianed because it has the Kumar. Kumar is super good at not getting Lucianed. If you haven't already found that out, guys, Kumar is a pretty decent monster right now. I went for beta first because I don't want him to revive anybody, and then Kumar by himself against this combo is probably not gonna happen. So I just autoed it for the rest of the way. But again, you don't want to Lucian something like that. That's the last thing you want to do. Bombing them could probably work. If you end up not getting enough damage in, then there's a possibility that you might not. if you don't kill him with your bombs first hit, more than likely you're gonna lose the match. Also, the fact that none of his monsters had will runes on them that I noticed, it's kind of iffy either way. Like it's not. I would say having will runes on at least one or two of the monsters would be a better thing to do. Okay, this one is completely just made up for RNG, right? We've seen defenses like this in the past. If all their skills go off, great. If all their skills don't go off, it's done. This isn't the current meta, though. This isn't the current meta, so this isn't the kind of arena defense that I want to show you guys. This is more along the lines of current meta. It's got this Molly in here that completely just makes nuking teams or cleave or Lucian teams, not so much Lucian teams, because Lucian's hitting 3 times. It helps out more against Molly, because the more attacks you hit, the more chances you have for the glancing to not do as much harm to you. However, if you do have one hit, then obviously if you crit, then it's great, you get all your damage out there. But if you don't crit, more than likely you're not going to kill anybody. So you guys will be able to see kind of how this works. This is Hamad. He, I believe, used to be kind of G3 player-ish. I'm not sure how he's faring in this current meta. To have a super slow Theomars is a little bit weird in my opinion. But I was lucky enough to remove all the buffs off of Chloe. And okay, so Galleon didn't fail. That's always nice. And I'm gonna say let's go after Molly, because if Molly dies, then chances are I'm gonna win the fight. See, so I missed crit on Darien. I think I missed it on Molly, or it might just be tanky, but I don't know. Okay, so the fact that Tosi does 2 hits for his third skill is really helpful in this situation, because again, the more hits against Molly, the better. And that's why Amir is actually a good counter for Molly too, because Amir hits like twice, I think. maybe, yeah, twice. I think he hits twice or 3 times. I know it's multiple hits. That's all that matters. So this defense right here is a little bit interesting, okay? I don't like fighting against these teams because, in my opinion, it's super easy to get. It's okay. The reason why is because this person right here, this, what's her name? Sekhmet? Yeah, Sekhmet. Yep, Sekhmet is going to remove my will runes and put my skills on cooldown, while this Chloe boosts up and puts immunity on everybody. Immunity is my worst enemy. That's why I have to have Triton in my comp. If I don't have Triton, then all things go to hell, okay? And the really, I would say the best way to beat this team you either need to outspeed it, for one, so bring a speed leader plus Bernard. More than likely you're going to be able to beat a Bernard. So outspeed it, and then if they have some well-placed will runes, that could be a problem, but if you just outspeed it, throw a Galleon on and Zeros, or nuke at least 1 or 2 of them, then you should be good, because there's no damage in here other than Vermos, and I don't think, I'm not sure if any of them have will. So as long as you outspeed them, you're fine. If you don't want to outspeed them, then you could do kind of what I do, which is the cleave AO. And really, it's Chloe has to use her skill, Sekhmet has to hit and use her 3rd skill, and then, okay, so Chloe doesn't use her 3rd skill. I'm already in the clear. It doesn't even matter. And she didn't use her 3rd skill anyway, so I'm good. Like, that's the only problem. I probably shouldn't have used that skill. Resisted. I may. Okay, so I didn't get cut in between, so that's perfectly fine. She resisted though. She's probably gonna take a little bit longer because she's gonna put her shield up or fill. Yeah. Okay. But that's the problem with this kind of defense. There's no damage to it, so if the skills don't go off right, it's really no threat. It's just going to take a little bit longer, but it's not going to completely stall out because it doesn't really have any of the super stall monsters that are current meta for stall type defenses. Also, you shouldn't really run like a stall defense during normal weekday play anyway. That's just my opinion. Some people do it, but it's like, why? You know, it just makes people practice more on stall arena defenses. So actually, I think I might put in my stall arena defenses, because the more I put in my stall arena defense, the more people can practice on it, and the more people can slowly wither away the stall meta. Maybe I like the stall meta. I don't know. Maybe I like it. So this one here, this is going to be hard for you guys to outspeed, right? So how do you beat this? I know a lot of people are wondering how to beat super speed teams. So even bomb teams have hard times against teams like this, because with the Vanessa leader and a super fast Bernard, and then an equally fast Chaesoon and well-timed Theomars, if your bomb team doesn't outspeed the Bernard, most likely you're going to lose, because Theomars is going to take out one of your squishy monsters that's going to be key, most likely, if it's a well-runed Theomars. Really, the only way that I see able to beat this arena defense is with a cleave AO, without bruisering it, of course, because I don't really like to say that bruising is a type of arena offense. It's just a cop-out way to win. Like, anybody can win for the most part, you know, within reason, if you bruiser out a team like this. Okay, if you bring a bunch of revivers, if you bring a bunch of like tanky damage dealers, you could eventually win against this team, most likely. But you don't want to spend hours in a fight, of course. Of course not. You don't want to spend hours in a fight. So what I should have done was probably have brought something to withstand a little bit more tankiness, because with Theomars here, getting a speed boost and the attack boost, that's gonna extremely make his first skill super strong, okay, because it's got the speed and the attack. And then the fact that he actually used his first skill instead of his second skill, it happens all the time. So it almost killed me with having shield runes on. Okay, and I also took a couple hits. I think I took a hit from Bernard as well. But what I should have done, since there's no real threat in having my Galleon or anybody else blocked, I should have brought my triple shield Darien in order to have more of a chance to survive. Now, if Theomars would have killed or violent procced and killed my Galleon, this would be a completely different game, and I would have to struggle to take down Theomars, you know. So really, let's just, obviously I can win from this situation. Okay, obviously I can win. I would just use this skill, reset their skills. I would use Galleon, and then I would zero out everybody. So what I want to do though, just as like a show that how this is trying to work, how this defense is trying to work, I'm going to not use Galleon. I'm gonna derp with him. Okay, I want to make it seem like Theomars procced violent and killed my Galleon. Okay, that's what I'm gonna make it seem like, because it happens all the time. So what I want to do, I know that Tosi, I know that my monster feeds off of having a defense or like a buff or a debuff on the other team. So I'm thinking I might use this skill, but then at the same time I might use this skill because I don't want to take another couple hits from these guys. So yeah, I'll just use this skill. That's fine. And what? Who do you want? I guarantee I'm probably not gonna land a defense break. Yeah. Okay. So this is where it gets dicey. Okay. This is where it gets dicey. I got a nice little violent proc there. That's okay. I didn't land any debuffs though on Theomars, so I'm probably not even gonna kill Theomars. No, I didn't kill Theomars. So down goes Zeros. And she healed everybody up and attack buffed again. And I didn't get anything from his second skill, so that was a waste of time. That was great. And then, yep, so there's the violent proc, and now you're in a shit situation. You're in a fucking shithole of a fucking mess. And now it's like, wow, this chasing is just gonna keep going and just never stop. Because the speed is so intense. And it's just, oh my god, it's hard to watch. Like, just by losing Galleon, that's what happens, just by losing Galleon. Okay? That's how his defense works. So let's try a different approach. Okay, like I said, let's try just something a little bit safer with my triple shield Darien, just to see if I could take 2 hits from Theomars instead of just 1. I don't know. But you know, she derped. Okay, there's 2 hits. So I took 2 hits. If I did not have triple shield Darien, I would have lost this match. Easily would have lost. Easy peasy. Done. Dead. Nothing doing. But because of the triple shield Darien, I was able to get my Zeros to have enough HP to finish off the fight, right? So that's kind of how my arena offense works. But that's what this arena defense is going for, is he's hoping that his Theomars is gonna crit and take out one of your key monsters, which he absolutely has the ability to do. However, I don't feel like this is very viable in endgame type arena or G3 type arena, because you're leaving it up to a violent proc, and most people are going to fight into a violent proc. So you're ending up with a shit ton of people fighting you. And that's not good. So if you have 30 people fight you, you win 5 of those because your Theomar's violent proc and you got all of your skills and it took out the exact person that it needed to take out. That's not how I want to make my arena defense, in my opinion. In my opinion. This, on the other hand, what the fuck? Okay, this is. I don't think this is a real arena defense. Like, I'm not sure if this is real or not. I don't like what. This is one of those things where it's kind of like the other defense with the Chiwu, the Zeros, the Galleon. If everything goes off right, yeah, of course, you're gonna win. But the chances of Kabila going, her going, this guy removing all the buffs, and this guy putting the sleep spell on. I don't know. What are the chances? Let's try it. I think this would be a fun one to run because you're gonna see a lot of defense successfuls, but you're gonna see a lot of defense fails too. Unfortunately, with this type of arena defense. Okay, so you did remove all my buffs. Put my ass to fucking sleep. So really, that's all you needed to do was remove my buffs. And Triton got 2 turns before my 1 turn. And you have, and you have glancing, but I can't use my skills because. So what should I do? Who is the most important person to kill? Well, this guy's attack bar is pretty much up, so it's. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's reduce your attack bar. We'll attack with that. Oh my god. You still have the glancing buff on from Kabila. And you countered me. And you used your shadowless kick. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I mean, you get the idea though. Like, if Triton wouldn't have used his 3rd skill, it would have been a completely different story. For real, it would have been. But to kind of kill something like this defense, I mean, it's all you need to do is bring a cleanser. Bring a cleanser so when your team gets ruined and they're asleep, just bring a cleanser and that's it. So like Konamiya or something, I mean, it's probably something as simple as that. Or you can just go more like Theomar's and kind of like bruise her out a little bit, but still don't take like 5 minutes to do it because you're gonna like be one-shotting these guys. So let's see what else we got. If there's anybody cool that we can fight. So that's the same type of just like RNG. This is interesting because I think Emma is really underrated in my opinion. So let's just take a look at what we would do here. I'm going to use my same normal arena offense. Because if Emma uses her defense thing, that's gonna, it sucks. Like, it makes people really, really tanky, for sure. And yeah, so yeah, that would have not been fun. Even though there's no immunity, I want to show you, I'm not going to kill this Emma here. And she's going to resist, of course, because Chase and R's resist. Yep, there it is. Look at it, I didn't even scratch her. I didn't even scratch her. I think I'm not sure, but I feel like Tosi didn't crit. So that's always fun when that happens. Pretty sure. Yeah, 15k. Toshi should be doing a lot more than 50k, I'll tell you that. Alright. So this one, I mean, I suppose it's sort of meant to be a stall. I suppose it's trying to resist against Lucians. I suppose it's a little bit RNG based if you're playing against, I don't know, bomb teams, because he's probably running a lot of high defense. But let's take a look at one more. Let's do, what's this? Hypnotic Nick. All right, we could do this one. Yeah. I mean, it's just the Brownie Magician. This guy's gonna go. He's gonna try to kill my whole team. Camilla's probably gonna proc a couple times, then I'm gonna come back. I would assume I'm gonna miss 2 out of the 4 immunity buffs, and then I'm gonna use Galleon, not kill any of them because I'm gonna get fucked by Molly. That's probably what's gonna happen. That's if I had to take just a wild guess. Okay, let's watch this unfold, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, okay, you got the violent proc. So just in case you miss your first skill, you get the violent proc to do it a second time. All right. So Camila didn't proc at all. I actually hit everybody. Missed Molly, but I got another shot, so that's kind of cool. Thanks, I appreciate it. I appreciate that a little bit there, But let's see if Molly doesn't fuck us in the butthole right now. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we pretty much got this. I do like how he utilizes a different type of monster though, because you don't really see the Fire Brownie Magician every day. Nick does use this a little bit in Rush Hour, to be honest. I see him up there with this defense, so it does work. Obviously, though, he has the really good runes on Camila, Kumar, and Molly. So the Fire Brownie Magician is just there as a support to bring that immunity and that attack buff. Otherwise, his team would be a little bit slow and a little bit susceptible to other things. But the Brownie Magician kind of solves that problem. So it's a good unit for him to use. Now, I am just getting completely ruined, but here's my defense. This is just a weekday defense. This is one I use during the weekday. But I'll probably make a different video with showcasing my arena defense, because I don't want to give all my secrets away for my defense, because people see it and they're like, oh, that's how you beat Claytano. Even though it's pretty easy. As you can see, there's everybody just taking turns. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if this video helped you in creating your arena defense, please like and subscribe as always. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. Peace. Later. Stay soupy. Bye-bye. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you want to see my previous video, you can click on the link or visit me on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, I just started making t-shirts, so check out my website at www.claytano.com to see all of my gamer-inspired apparel. And as always, stay soupy and don't be a potato.